The Aztecs had citywide clean water systems. Europe was still throwing sewage out windows into the streets. 1500s. Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital. Every home had access to clean running water. Not just the emperor, not just the wealthy, every single home. Meanwhile, in London, Paris, and Rome, people threw human waste out windows into the streets, the same streets where water wells were located. Sewage seeped into drinking water. Millions died from waterborne diseases. But in Mexico City, the Aztecs had already solved this problem, 500 years ahead of Europe. Here's how they did it. The Aztecs built aqueducts from volcanic stone. They carved through mountains to reach freshwater springs. These aqueducts carried water across miles of valley into the city. Crystal clear mountain water flowing into Tenochtitlan. But transporting water wasn't enough. They needed to keep it clean. So they built filtration systems, natural filtration systems. Water flowed through basins lined with sand, trapped large particles, charcoal, absorbed impurities, porous volcanic rock, filtered bacteria, purified by nature itself. No modern technology, just volcanic rock and gravity. The water entered murky, it exited clear, clean enough to drink straight from the basin. Then they captured rainwater. Every rooftop in Tenochtitlan had collection canals. Rain fell on roofs. Canals guided it into underground cisterns. Cool, dark storage for the dry season. A citywide water reserve. Built into the architecture. Every building was part of the water system. But here's the genius part. The Aztecs kept clean water and wastewater completely separate. Tenochtitlan was built on a lake, surrounded by water. But they never let sewage contaminate the drinking supply. They built sluice gate stone valves that controlled water flow. When storms came and the lake swelled, sluice gates opened. Floodwater was redirected away from clean water sources. When sewage needed to be removed, separate channels carried it to specific areas. Never mixed with drinking water. Surgical precision. In the 1500s. Before Europe even understood that sewage caused disease. The result? From emperor to farmer, every person in Tenochtitlan had access to clean water. The city had 200,000 people, all of them drinking purified water daily. Meanwhile, in 1500s Europe, water and sewage shared the same streets. Wells turned brown after every storm. People drank from rivers where they dumped waste. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery. Killed millions. European doctors didn't connect dirty water to disease until the 1850s. The Aztecs understood it 350 years earlier. Bathing in Europe was considered dangerous. Opening your pores lets disease in. Europeans bathed maybe once a year. If that, the Aztecs, public baths were everywhere. People bathed daily. Clean water was abundant. Bathing was normal. While Europeans feared water, Aztecs celebrated it. When Spanish conquistadors arrived in 1519, they wrote about Tenochtitlan's water system with shock. The city is more beautiful than any in Spain. Their water is cleaner than ours. They bathe daily while we do not. Then the Spanish conquered the city and destroyed the water system. They filled in the canals, broke the aqueducts, covered the cisterns. Why? Because they didn't understand how it worked, and they didn't value clean water the way the Aztecs did. Within decades, Mexico City's water system collapsed. The city that had clean water for 200,000 people now had contaminated wells. The technology was lost. The knowledge was erased. Europe never learned from it. Today, historians study the ruins of Tenochtitlan's aqueducts and cisterns. How did they build this? How did they keep 200,000 people supplied with clean water? The same way they did everything. They understood engineering that Europe wouldn't figure out for centuries. Share this if you never knew the Aztecs had citywide clean water while Europe was dying from sewage-contaminated wells. Because while European kings drank water that killed them, Aztec farmers drank water cleaner than anything in Europe. The Aztecs didn't just build a water system. They built the most advanced urban water infrastructure in the world, and Europe destroyed it. then took 300 more years to build anything close.